welcome all to my channel Raj Education. Today I will be teaching you history. So everybody get ready with your history book, class 6, chapter 3, the Indus Valley Civilization. And this is my first video of this session 2022 to 2023 class 6. So everybody, it is also written in the board. Everybody get ready with your Everybody open to page 22, chapter 3, Indus Valley Civilization of your history book. Now, first I will tell that there are the four main great ancient civilizations. The four great ancient civilizations are, what are they? First comes the Mesopotamian civilization. Second one is your Egyptian civilization, and third one is your Indus Valley civilization, and fourth one is the Chinese civilization. So these were the four great ancient civilizations. These were the first civilization of the world. These four civilizations were the first civilization of the world, and they were very much advanced. These civilizations were very much advanced. Now today in this class we will learn about this Indus Valley civilization. Today we will learn about Indus Valley civilization. So everybody open to page 22, the Indus Valley civilization. The Indus Valley civilization, it flourished between 2500 BC and 1500 BC on the banks of the Indus River and its tributaries. So this civilization, it flourished between 2500 BC to 1500 BC on the bank of the river Indus. The major site is on the bank of the river Indus and its tributaries also. And it is one of the earliest civilization of the Indian subcontinent. It was the earliest civilization that flourished in the Indian subcontinent. So it was the first civilization of the Indian subcontinent. And Harappa was the first site. It is a site of the Indus Valley civilization, and Harappa was the first site where archaeological remains of the Indus Valley civilization were discovered. So this civilization is also known as the Harappan civilization. And it was essentially the Indus Valley civilization was essentially an urban civilization. There are two types of civilization. Two types. First one is First is your urban. So there are two types of civilization: urban civilization and rural civilization. Urban civilization was very much advanced, and they used to live in cities, not in villages. The people of the urban civilization used to live in the cities, and rural civilization was not so much advanced at the rural civilization was not so much advanced as the urban civilization, and they used to live in the villages. So this is the major difference between these two types of civilization. And the Indus Valley civilization, it was an urban civilization. Means the Indus Valley civilization, it was very advanced, and the people of the Indus Valley civilization, they lived in the cities, not in the towns. And the two major sites of this civilization, two major sites, two major means important, two major or important sites of this civilization were Mohenjo Daro and Harappa. Mohenjo-daro was located in the Sindh region and Harappa was located in the Punjab region. Okay, and there are also many other sites of this civilization like Lothal, Kalibagan, Dholavira, Ropar and Alimgirpur. These are the other sites, except these are some other sites of the Indus Valley Civilization, and mainly Mohenjo-daro and Harappa was the most important sites. These two are the most important sites of this civilization. And the ASI means Archaeological Survey of India. What is the work of the ASI? The work of the ASI to determine the antiquity of the Indus Valley Civilization. What do you mean by antiquity? Antiquity means how old are. If a remain is found, then how old the remain is, or how long back it is made. So the work of the ASI is to determine the antiquity of the Indus Valley Civilization. And this Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, both these two important sites, they were located in the Pakistan region. Mostly the Indus Valley Civilization, a few sites is found in the India, but most of the sites of this Indus Valley Civilization is located in Pakistan. And two archaeologists of ASI named Dayaram Sani and Rakhaldas Baneerjee means Bandopadhyay. I am writing the short. Now Dayaram Sani, he discovered Harappa, and Rakhaldas Baneerjee, he discovered Mohenjo-daro. So they were the two archaeologists of ASI. So Dayaram Sani and Rakhaldas Baneerjee, they were the two archaeologists of the ASI, and Dayaram Sani, he discovered Harappa, and Rakhaldas Baneerjee, he discovered Mohenjo-daro. Okay, clear? Now, salient features of the Indus Valley Civilization. Salient features of the Indus Valley Civilization means what are the features? What were the features of the Indus Valley Civilization? There are several features of the Indus Valley Civilization. We will get to know about all these features one by one. Now, first here come the town planning and architecture. Town planning and architecture, you all know what is town planning and architecture. The Indus Valley Civilization, it was essentially an urban civilization, and except Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, there were 100 towns. There were more than 100 towns in the Indus Valley Civilization. So, except Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, the Indus Valley Civilization also consists of more than 100 towns. And most people of the Indus Valley Civilization, they used to live in the cities, not in the villages. The cities of the Indus Valley Civilization, they had an exceptional standard of town planning. The ruins found in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro shows or tell us that the Indus Valley Civilization had an excellent skill in the engineering and a modern sense of hygiene. So, they are from this remains or ruins of buildings, we get to know that they were very much advanced. Their thoughts, their way of building, or their beliefs were very much advanced. And by this by looking at these ruins or the remains, we get to know that they were very much advanced in their skills, their work, their thoughts, their belief, and they had an exceptional, means a excellent structure of buildings. The buildings which they made were excellent, and they also maintain a proper hygiene. A proper hygiene is needed for safety measures So in the remains of the Indus Valley Civilization, from the remains of the Indus Valley Civilization, we get to know that they maintained a proper hygiene system. And most cities and the towns of this civilization were divided into two parts. Cities and towns were divided into two parts. What are the two parts? The citadel, and second one is the town. Okay, citadel and the town. So the two parts of the cities and towns are known as the citadel and the town. The upper portion of the cities and towns are known as citadels, and the lower portion of the cities and towns are known as towns. Clear? And the citadels were surrounded by high walls, by very huge walls. And the Indus Valley Civilization, they also knew the use of burnt brick, and this is also another important feature of this civilization. The use of burnt brick is another important feature of this civilization. Now comes the drainage system. The cities of the Indus Valley Civilization, they had well-planned grids of straight wide streets that were intersected. These streets or roads were intersected at right angles, and these roads were about 30 feet wide. So they were very much advanced. They intersected the roads at right angles, and these roads were about 30 feet wide, means a very big road, and they all were intersected by smaller streets. Many smaller streets were intersected by the main road or the main streets, and the drainage system was very much good. They made covered drains. This is a proper hygiene. In this way, by making covered drains, they maintain a proper hygiene, because if the drains are open, very bad smell will come. The mosquito, the insects will come out. The very bad smell will come, and that's why their thought was also very much advanced. They thought of this problem, and that's why they made covered drains. And each and every street or road had covered drains, and every house had its drainage channel, which was connected. The drainage channel, the drain passes of the houses were connected with the main drain channel or the sewage channel. So think how much just imagine how advanced they were. And the manholes were built for inspection and cleaning. The manholes were also inspected and cleaned. In this way, they maintained a proper hygiene also. They were very much excellent in their skills, in their engineering, and they also maintained a proper hygiene. Now comes your dwelling houses. There are many dwelling houses found, and they were different in shape, different in sizes. Some are big, some are small, some are medium. In this way, many varied size. We can get very varied size of remains of these dwelling houses, and they were surrounded by boundary walls. These dwelling houses were surrounded by boundary walls, and single storied as well as double storied dwelling houses there were in the Indus Valley Civilization. There were both single storied and double storied dwelling houses, and these dwelling houses were made of baked brick, and these dwelling houses were made of baked bricks and were found at the streets, found along the streets of the Indus Valley Civilization, Indus Valley cities. And the houses, it had flat roofs, it not had slide roofs, it had flat roofs, and were built on upper portion or built on raised part. Raised part is the citadels, so they were built at citadels so that the flood does not affect them. If the houses were built at lower portion, then what will happen? The flood water will enter their houses. But as they were very much advanced in their thoughts, they thought of that problem, and that's why they made houses in upper portion, in upper part, so that they don't face any problem whenever there is flood. And what is in the dwelling houses? In the dwelling houses, there is a courtyard. In that courtyard, we will find a well. Well, you all know well kuo. Then there were rooms inside the dwelling houses, and the rooms were surrounded by the courtyard, and kitchen and bathroom were also there. So the dwelling houses, there were a courtyard with a well, room which was surrounded by the courtyard, a kitchen and the bathroom in the dwelling houses. So today I will not go further. So next day I will start from the public buildings. So I think whatever I have explained, that is clear to you. So please, whatever I have taught you, please go through it thoroughly, and please like, share and subscribe my channel for getting this type of new videos on studies. So for today, bye bye. We will meet in my next video.